So I've added some new things onto my Mercier. If anyone's interested, I know from time to time you all ask me about it, so I figured I'd let you know I added some new things on there. I've also added some fashion, so if you're interested in it and you get a chance, go ahead and check it out. Okay, girl? Okay, also, let's be friends on Instagram. I've been trying to get better at uploading things to Instagram every day. I do fragrances. Sometimes I get stuff up there before I get stuff on YouTube. So if you're interested, go check it out. What's up, everyone? It is your girl, Gelbeauty-QM here, aka Grace. And today we're going to get into the Botanical palette from Beaute Bar. So this arrived at my doorstep yesterday. Saturday night while I was out vlogging for you all for my membership vlog for August. So I went home after the movies and picked this up. This is what she looks like on the inside. Absolutely stunning. This is what I wanted the retro glam palette to look like, essentially, and it kind of let me down. So I'm happy that I have one that I feel like will work better for my skin tone. I like the fact it has these peachy tones in there too, because that means I don't need to buy the Gourmand Girls palette right away. I love Doodles by the Bunny, but I was like, I feel like this has enough like peachy tones in it. I feel like they have a nice little like deep burgundy section. They have the nice little peachy tone section, and then they have the nice little like add to make a smoky green grungy eye section. So I feel like this one would be good enough for me for now. I'd probably get the one from, what do you call it, Gourmand Girls in the future and Doodles by the Bunny, but I just don't feel like I need it right this second. So of course, let's get into these comparisons. I don't have that many because I feel like color stories like this don't usually work for me. I did not bring the one from Natasha, so I'll have to show that one in the shorts. I do have some other ones here though, so I'll show you what I have. So I have the Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson Retro Glam bundle. She had created what she thought the palette was going to look like with the retro palette was going to look like when she before she passed away. And so they've been selling it as a bundle in addition to still selling her Tiny Marvels palette. But this is what it looks like. So let me see if I can hold this alongside palette so you can see. As you can see, she did similar things. She just doesn't have like the peachy tones in there that they have, but otherwise I feel like if you have hers, it might be similar enough to this one where you don't feel like you need to get that one. Sydney Grace's quality of shadows is very nice. I just don't really buy from them that often because it usually gives like a more neutral vibe, and we know I'm not a neutral girl. Every once in a while I'll go for a neutral, but it would be something more like this or more like on the cool tone side, and it can't be too many like neutrally shades. It needs to have fun pops of color in it in order to interest me. So this is what both of them look like though. I believe you can still purchase this. Do not quote me. I do not really affiliate with or buy from Sydney Grace that often, so I couldn't tell you if this is still available or not. Hopefully it is, because she did a great job of curating that. Next we have this McGrath holiday palette. This is Starstruck Splendor. I felt like this could be similar if you wanted a miniature version of this palette and you didn't necessarily care about not having like the purple or the peach shades, because I feel like, as you can see, it has similar enough tones to this one. It's like a 9-pan version of this palette without the more purpley and peach shades. If you're more like wanted that a miniature version of, what is it, retro glam, that might work a little bit better for someone of a little deeper skin tone, because to me retro glam just isn't really doing it for anyone with melanin. I feel like Pat McGrath doesn't do that great a job either though, but if you already have this one, you might not need to go out and get this one. Just something to keep in mind. And then the last one I have is the Encanto palette from Adept Cosmetics. I want to know what's going on over there. She keeps coming out with like face palettes or whatever, but it's like, where's the eyeshadow? Where's the concealer, the blush? I mean, she does blush too, but where's the concealer? Where's some foundation? Where is more bronzer? Where's highlighter? Like, what? Where are these other innovative things that people were looking for from the brand that never happened? I don't know. Anyway, to me, this is a good example of this palette as well too. Sorry, it has like the gold thing around the rim, so I'm trying to hold it where like you can see it, but it's still, you know, not reflecting. So that's why I'm gonna keep turning it, because I'm like, I don't know. I guess that'll work. Anyway, this is what it looks like. I feel like the colors in here are brighter than this one. Like the ones from, what is it, Beaute Bar are more muted, but otherwise I feel like it could be a good alternative for you if you already own this palette. Now I don't know if you should necessarily be putting this on your eyes, so I mean, it just depends. If it feels fine to you and you're not a person like my girl Dionluvsmakeup who has sensitive eyelids, and it might be good for you to just go ahead and use some stuff you already have instead of, you know, going out and spending more points. Because this is somewhat my part-time job, you know, that's why I go out and spend the coins. Plus I have to do comparisons and all that sort of thing for you all. So, you know, since I look at it as a job, you know, that's what I do. But, you know, teach his own. I'm gonna go off camera and get my life in order, but if you're curious what's going on with my eyes right now, this is a why you don't need situation. So I did a why you don't need on the new Glaminatrix Barely Basic palette, I believe is what it's called, because it looks really similar to the Unearthly Cosmetics Leather and Lace palette. So that's actually what's on my eyes right now, to show you that if you already have the Leather and Lace palette, you might not necessarily need to go out and get the Barely Basic palette. Now I will say the Barely Basic palette is different than that palette, the Leather and Lace, because it gives you an extra row with like some grays and some whites and some iridescent shimmers, and they have extra iridescent shimmers in addition to having metallic shades, which I thought was a nice touch to their palette, which does kind of make it stand out a little bit more from the Unearthly Cosmetics Leather and Lace and the other ones that I told you all about in that video. But if you want to see the information in that video and the mock-ups and all that and how I created this look, then you can go check out that video. But we're gonna go off camera now and do something with this palette. I kind of want to do more than one look, but I don't know if I feel like I'm gonna have the time to. It looks like it might rain, and I'm not trying to drive home in the rain, so I kind of think we might just do a peachy green look and not necessarily worry about the type deeper tones in here, if you will, because I'm more excited to see how the peachy tones are going to work on some of my skin tones. So I think that's what we're going to go with. And then if I come back another day and I haven't edited this video yet, I might give y'all another eye look. So if you see more than one eye look in this video, then I decided to, you know, like do another one another day. But otherwise, you know, you get one eye look today. Okay, girl, I'll be right back. So I tried to twist on a halo eye, if you will, with the look that we came up with. So these are the shades we chose. I chose this kind of like ashy-ish neutral tone, so we used our transition shade. This is our crease shade. This is the outer V. This is the inner V. This is our inner corner shade. Oh, I forgot to swatch the lid shade. I was about to say. Here's our lid shade right here. So now you have all the swatches of everything. I got the new Made by Mitchell liners like I told you all, so we're going to use them today. So I'm going to use that green one once we get to the end of what is going on with the eye. So I'm going to start off with the shade Oak. That was the neutral shade that I showed you all. Just going to go ahead and swatch that. As you can see, she's giving quite deep, dark coloring, if you will. But, you know, it was what I had to choose from, so I made it work. As usual, when it comes to Beauty Bar palettes, you can look at them as quads if you're not sure like what exactly you want to do with the palette, because that's what I do. I like look at it as quads because I kind of got an idea for this eye look I'm doing with quads. Because see, like this is a cute little 4 quad right here. This is a nice little quad. This quad right here kind of reminds me of the Pistache palette from Viseart when they did their little set, except it didn't have like this deep green. It had all these type of tones in it though. But yeah, just look at them as quads. Like you got your neutral quad right here, you got your purpley quad right here, you got more of a like purple and greenish quad right here, you got your berry tones like quad right here. So I feel like they set up their palettes a lot of times to where it looks like a quad. That's just my personal opinion. Do with that information what you will. I'm gonna take the shade Mocha now because I know I had to try this shade just to see how well it's gonna go on some of my skin tone. Now I didn't cut it the way I would normally do and just add some more primer on. I just went in and packed it on to see how it would do on its own without cutting in that particular area and adding more product. I will say though, like I can't blend it out anyway, because if I do I feel like it'll look patchy, and I still feel like it looks sheer on the lid the way I did it with just packing it on. So it may not be best like that unless you're gonna like pack it on. If you're my skin tone, you have to pack it. You can't like blend it out in any way. So if there's any harsh lines, they just gonna have to be harsh, girl, because otherwise you're gonna be looking crazy. So you're gonna have to put a different color in the crease and do it the way I'm doing, which is like toward the front. Or already have something in the crease and just set this down, or put something in the crease afterwards, because otherwise I feel like it's going to look harsh and a little patchy. So I feel like it looks a little patchy in this area right here. It's not too bad though to where, you know, it's unworkable. It's just something I wanted you to keep in mind. Like, you don't have to pat it on, girl, and that'd be it. Don't try to move it around, don't try to work it around, don't try to make it work around by any means. Just put it on and keep moving. It is a gorgeous shade though. It kind of reminds me kind of like a honeydew, if you will. It's not as giving yellow undertone as I feel like a honeydew possibly would, but you know, it's giving a cute little moment or whatever. So I'm working with that. I'm gonna go to the back of the eye with the shade Myrtle. Start working with that. I didn't put the peach in the crease till like the very last minute prior to putting the metallic shade on the lid, so there's that to think about. Which I thought sea moss was more like, you know, a greenish color, so I think it's weird that the peach color is called sea moss, but you know, whatever, just don't make it do as they please. Whatever. So we're working with so far. I'm going to take some glitter glue now, and then we're going to put the shade Canyon on the lid. It's a nice peachy sparkly shade. Nice peachy sparkly shade. Okay, y'all, let's go into our inner corner shade Waterfall now. Okay, y'all, so this is what we're working with when it comes to the eyes. It's looking like it's a brush tip, and I prefer a felt, so we'll see how it goes, girl. Let's get on up in here. It's way easier to do than I thought it was gonna be, so I'll go to that. Let's get the other side, girl. I see you, and I didn't have to shake it or anything to like reapply. As you can see, both sides are done, and I'm thoroughly impressed. I definitely recommend these. Now, if you're not into brush tips, it might be a little difficult for you, but they're fire. I got 4 shades because I'm me. Y'all know I'm extra. I had to have the blue, green, and purple, so we put on the green, which is called Seafoam, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is Seafoam. Then I have the purple one called Make a Mark. No, sorry, Crazy Purple Lady. Interesting names they are. I'm pretty sure Fire Truck is the red one, and then what is the blue one? It's hard to see because it's black and then it's sparkly. Okay, I can't see what the blue one says right now because it's black and sparkly and so much sparkle. I think it says something after wave, or is it make a wave? Make something. There's something about a wave. I can't read exactly what it says because, like I said, it's too sparkly. But I am thoroughly impressed with them, and I like them so far. So okay, Mr. Mitchell, I see you. And I'm thoroughly impressed. I kind of want to put some in the waterline since I know I'm not doing any other videos today. I know, right? Who am I? I think I'm going to use that. Did I bring that fun eyeliner that Dion and I share that she used in her live? I don't think I did because I was like, I'll put that down there, but I don't think it's here, unfortunately. So, see if I can find like something peachy looking. This is a bright, like fun orangey shade. Maybe let's see if this works. I hope it's not too dry. And rub my eyebrow. Okay. Yeah. See, I like this shade. There's a ColourPop eyeliner that I bought a while ago. It looks fun though. And I want to bring more peach out because I feel like we're seeing like a lot of the green elements in the palette, but I don't want the peach to feel like it's left behind. So I feel like this bright orange eyeliner might be fun with it. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished eye look now. And I did, well, last night working everything. Who am I, child? I don't know. Let me back you on up now that we're done, though. So, this is what we're working with. I must say I am thoroughly impressed with this palette. I love the color story. I like the fact that you can just look at a little quad and go if you're in an emergency. I like the eyeliners I tried too, but this is the standard good Beauty Bay quality. I like the shimmers. It does seem like it's that typical putty shimmer formula, in addition to some of them being a more like, you know, just typical shimmer formula. I only swatched 2 though, so just keep that in mind. But I am thoroughly impressed with this palette, and I'm happy about it, because it's like, you know how you want to be included in the trends and you don't always get included in the trends because everything doesn't work for everyone. I feel like I found my version of the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette in this Botanicals palette, and it's more affordable, because if I remember correctly, this is only $22 or $24. They have gone up on the prices of these consistently, but considering it's only like by 2 or like $4, I'm not gonna complain, especially since they put a lot of their palettes on sale a lot of the time as well. So during the holidays, you'd probably be able to get this palette for like $10-12, something like that, because they do drop the prices on their palettes pretty consistently, and I'm loving the color story of this. So I'm definitely impressed with it and glad I got my hands on it. But comment down below and tell me if you're interested in getting this, if you like the eye look I did, if you want me to do another eye look with this palette, because maybe we can compare this to some of the other ones I showed you all, and that'll give me an excuse to break it out again. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all the diamonds. Make sure you subscribe. The membership is down below if you're interested, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.